Man, how's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. We got quite a bit to do. Pretty excited though because we're getting pretty close to wrapping some things up. But before we dive into it, let's talk a little bit about the 100 front-end interview questions challenge, which is my latest course, which is a bestseller in the front-end web development category, if you can believe that. And you can get it for just $9.99 to search below. Really, it's there to help prep you for the technical interviews. Let's see on a secondary thought. Let's see how this came out. Oh no, are we having internet connection? So, like, if you haven't heard, we're having hurricanes. So, we might be having some internet connections. What do you guys think of this music? Alright. My Fiverr boys. Think yay nay. I like it. I don't know about this going back and forth thing, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I am it's a good $10 spent. I'll go back to that. Okay, cool. Little treat for you. A little something wet the old whistle, as the kids say. Do kids say that nowadays? Alright, let's go ahead and close this. Alright, I'm probably only going to go about an hour today. I had to go run and get a bunch of hurricane supplies. I didn't do a very good job. Oh, this is the API. What's that? Ah. I did write some additional tests and some code cleanup this morning, so things are going to look a little bit more put together than when we left it last time. And I left some... So whenever I skip some tests that I know I need to write, I write an empty test, so you can see it gives me an error that I know exactly where to go to fix it, instead of forgetting about it. I try not to do that, but sometimes when you're working on side projects... So like... Professionally, you should never ever do that. But sometimes when you're working on side projects, your time is limited in the sense like I have to go to work right now. So, which is this case, and need to make sure that I can do that. So one thing I want to do was add a little icon to topics here. A light bulb for topics. We can always come back and change it. So, if we go to views, we have documentation. Then we have our category component, topic list. All right, and we go into here, and I forget what I think we called it icon classes. I think that's what that was. Yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, that's cool. Now, This playlist we need to fix. There's one major thing wrong with it is that let's go to Lunch Postman real quick. And what I want to do is I'm going to go to my YouTube channel real quick, and I'm going to just grab a very long playlist. Like this one's very, very long. Actually, that one's too long. So let's do something like this one's, yeah, this one has enough. So we're going to take this one. And we're going to go update our application. So real quick, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to need to update a topic. And in our body here, for the playlist ID, we're going to do the old switcheroo here. And then we're going to send it. All right, cool. So now, if we empty cache our reload, we should get a separate playlist ID. All right, cool. So that's not what we want to happen, obviously. So we need to style our playlist accordingly. Now, a couple things. And I don't know why I was having such a hard time with this. So at a max setting, now, part of the issue I'm having is I don't really like my solution, which was to put a scroll bar on here. And I don't really like the idea of throwing it outside of here. I haven't really come up with a good idea. It kind of feels like it should scroll the whole side. I don't know, though. Right now, I think for, you know, item 1, we're going to have, like, literally, you just scroll right here. So, let's go to our playlist component. And this is about 120 pixels. All right, so let's start with our that's our header. We have our video playlist display grid. And we have a header. Then we have a UL. We set a max height of, let's do this, 500 pixels. See how that goes. So here's the problem. How do I get the max height to align with this, right? And like maybe instead of max height being 500 pixels, we do 30%. And we just keep on going until it looks like it lines up about right. And then as this stretches, just no. All right. What if instead, let's go and reflect this. What if instead of giving it a max height, I wonder if it's because it's a grid item. Could be because it's grid. Yeah. Let's change this to be 30%. Alright, well, I didn't need that to be grid. So, I don't know how. How's it going today? It's going, man. The issue I'm having is I don't actually know how to make one item fit off of this item. So, like, that's what I need to figure out is how CSS make item fit content. Let's try. What in the world just happened right there? Oh, I did that on everything. I meant just do on video playlists. Okay. And now... What did I do? Position relative. All right. So if we go to... No, I'm trying to make the video and the playlist the same height. So let's see here. Video playlist component. Video playlist component. So if we go to... Where do we actually have? We have this on the topic page. Alright, so maybe what we need here is a div that wraps them. We'll throw it in here. And we will say... so we'll call this wrapper. And I'm just following this guide right here with that. So I actually use grid for everything. I've really never had a chance to even need CSS flex. What am I doing here? So wrapper, flexbox. Display inline dash block. Okay. And then within wrapper, div dot parent dot parent display flex dash direction column, and then we'll do app dash video dash playlist, and here Alright, we don't need that last part. Well, that sort of broke everything I was trying to do, and I didn't. I do think the solution is to somehow I'm surprised that's still breaking. You know what I could do is I could actually, so this is kind of hacky, but what I could do is put some example. Why don't I wrap the video on the playlist? Well, I was, but so to get this position, I had to do some wonky stuff. So let's see what happens. All right, give it one more shot here. How's it going, Preston? All right. I'm actually surprised that causes issues. Because all that's doing is wrapping it in a div. And if we did something like display grid, and we did something like grid dash template columns, 1FR. We actually did 120px, 1fr, and then we did a grid dash template rows 1fr or 200px. Let's look into let's see if there's a way for us to set. Well, I don't want them. So I want them to scale. So that's part of the reason that we don't want to hard code. So like grid template rows, min maxed. So oops. So what's the max that this could be? The max that this could be is 400 pixels, right? .56. Let me actually pop this out. So the max that this will be is 44.3.56. So, all right, I got an idea now. Go here, pixels, and then we set a max. But I don't want them, so I don't want a hard code. I want it to be in relation to where it should, so the aspect ratio stays. Okay. So let's say that that worked. The only thing I'm sort of worried about is as that scales. That's not too bad, though. All right, so I think that this might be an acceptable solution. So here, let's go ahead and give a little bit of a grid dash gap of 10 pixels. All right, this will work. So we are going to have a div. We'll give this an ID equal to video dash container. Hashtag video dash container. Wait, what? Wait. Did we or did we not just have this working? All right. Okay. One second. We are going to set a max height on this. This is currently, we want 44.3.56 minus, what was this? 62.93. Let's bring out the calculator, boys. We got 44. 445 minus 62.93. 63. So 382 pixels. All right. Max height of 382 pixels. See how that works. Looks like it's off by like I get what you're saying. I think you're misunderstanding the problem though, my dude. Let's take off 1 pixel, see how it looks. There we go. And it's okay if it gets like this and then transitions over. I'm cool with that. That's all bustable. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix it later. Alright, cool. So now that I've done that, what we want to do next is we actually want to know what video we're on and have selected. Alright, close that. Go. Alright, so we want to know what video we have selected. Let's go to video playlist component. Let's actually do a quick little push to, what have we touched? We have updated our topic. Stage, git commit dash m, updated topic, git push. Alright, so we want to know which is our active. Oh, wait. We're also, oh, no, it just does things. I forgot, if you don't use Chrome, you don't see the thing on here. Okay, so next thing we need to do. Cool. We want to select a video. So when a playlist comes in, alright, it's easy enough to do this. Any idea how Alex did with this job interview? He's probably at it right now. He said it was today. I'll shoot him a message. I'll let him know. I bet he crushed it. Maybe he doesn't feel that way, but I'm telling you, man, I've interviewed a lot of developers. I've done a lot of I've mentored a lot of junior devs, and He's at a good spot. So that, oh, click selected video, or select video. Yeah, he'll be all right. A lot of times, sometimes people think you have to be at senior level to start applying. It's just not true. So. All right, cool. So we have that all working. Now the issue becomes, how do we excuse me. How do we know oh my goodness, I just think I found a flaw in my logic. Alright, alright, so here's the problem. So how this was supposed to work was you select a video and then it's going to change the video. We also need a little bit of spacing here. That's way too close. So let's give it a little bit of spacing. What is the active class doing? Alright, so we are going to do a margin that's right of 2 pixels. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. I'll leave it for now. All right. But yeah. So here's what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to click this, and it's supposed to update the topic and take you to a different page. So in this case, Scheisse. Let me refresh the page. So we get our playlist and our items. Yeah, the video ID. So here's the problem, is that this video ID is basically tightly coupling us. So we have to decide how do we even need a detail? So like slash details. God. This is supposed to update the video. This is supposed to actually change the route of the video. Okay, so what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to change the video and change the route. But the route... Oh, I know what I need to do. I gotta do the API. So we are gonna tightly couple the video ID. I guess we're already using the YouTube API. We're gonna tightly couple the video ID with our API. Before we do that, let's write a real quick test. And what was I doing with this? At this point in time, I don't see why I had this. I actually just messaged him on Discord and then I closed Discord, not even thinking about it. Oh man, I'm beat today. Thursday, it's like it's been a rough week, man. We've been having some production issues, a lot of issues, a lot of stuff. How often do you write tests? Every single day. Teed up. I don't want you to scratch me again. It's a pretty basic function, so it's kind of hard to write a test case in the group here. I don't expect it to expand very much. So in our range, we'll have a component dot playlist. We'll set this equal to a new playlist. And in here, it'll have some items. And in here, we will have a new playlist item. All right. And then we'll also have a component dot selected video equal to null. Then we will have a act component dot selected video. We'll say component dot playlist dot items 0. Oh, select video. I did it again, didn't I? All right. All right. What is this? Yeah, it's TypeScript. All right. Buddy, what are you doing? I'm trying to work. Oh my god, my cat's driving me nuts. All right, so cool. So we did that. Gonna do a quick push. All right, so buddy, will you relax? Oh my god. All right, so do you guys hear my cat meowing? I think he's got to be hungry. All right, so let's go video doc dev doc services. So okay. I'm gonna smack a kitty. Smack a kitty. Oh, come here. Come here, you hungry cat. No. No, no, no. Detail controller. Oh my god, all the cats are in here. So what we're trying to do then we have a topic simple ID. It will be a type of string. It will also be required. And then we will have a video ID. That will be of type string. That will be required. That will be true. Alright, and so that will be our detail schema. Alright. So we're not going to actually get it by this ID. What we're going to do, let's go ahead and create a route here. Say public get detail by video ID. And in here, we'll take in our request, our response. This will be a promise, avoid. We will try. We will catch. Do people use TypeScript with React? Some do, not as much. TypeScript's the Wild West, man. They want to stay that way. Well, do I want to find it by the video ID? No, I want to find it by the simple ID. Ooh, here becomes a question. We hit a route. It's map. That's our simple ID. Oh, I don't like what I'm about to do. So we get map. Well, no, we can do simple ID because simple ID. Okay, I got it now. We'll always have simple ID. Well, shoot. All right, so here's the problem. Is that this route needs to go, when I click this, it needs to go to /detail/ whatever. But all we know is the video ID, and I don't want to do an API call to do. How do I do this? There's some hacky stuff. If we have a video ID query param, use that. If we don't, we could define a naming convention and title and parse it when we get it and append to it. Ugh. Alright guys, let's stop here. I have to think a little bit about how I want to get the data from my third-party dependency of YouTube. A little bit of a short live stream, but I don't want to make a decision just because I'm live streaming. I got to think about it for a second. I'm not a fan of what the options are that I'm coming into my head right now. I wouldn't say it's the worst thing I've ever done, but it's definitely not something I'm really liking the idea of right now. There's another idea of hitting an API, getting it by video ID, and then updating it. That's not horrible. It's not great. Think about it a little bit longer. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that we did a little short one tonight, but I'm gonna think about some solutions for this instead of the back burner. And check out my courses, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.